Welcome back to another live trading session. This is FOMC and looking at some big move here that what we can see in the market to trade effectively. Here is what we are looking at in this session. If you look at the 4 hour, the market tested that high and we are on a trade. The price just grabbed the liquidity and now started to drop again back below, which might trigger that downside move here in this market. So here is I'm looking at for a potential entry opportunity as soon as we can find suitable price action confirmation here. And if you look at that, this is where there is a liquidity grab here in this market. And with this liquidity grab, the market started to drop down back below here. And that said that the market, if you look at there is a doji, the price action might be here breaking below. That can create a downside movement here in this market. So we see that there is a significant trend continuation. There is back-to-back two strong liquidity sweep, liquidity grab at this level, giving this market now a potentially another wave of move here in this market. And I'm running and waiting for a trading opportunity here, and we are looking at this price action. If you look at that, this is the current key level where there is a high area of value. Now with this high area of value, with this liquidity sweep here in this market, we are looking at here for another entry opportunity. If you look at this is if you look in this area here, there is a strong momentum that you can see in this market that can, if you look at that, can continue to drop back down. Or this move that you can see in this lower time frame, this is the current running trade from our London live. For those who are with me, make sure you enjoy that. You can see here there is a liquidity grab here at this level. Now with this liquidity grab, the market has, with this liquidity grab, we are looking at for this price action now to revert back again to trigger the downward move here. And I'm waiting for another entry, adding to the winner. That's the strategy, guys. That's the real trading strategy. Always adding to the winner, okay, cutting the loser as fast as you can. Cut the loser as fast as you can and scale up to the winner. That is trading. Now we are looking at here from the 1 hour that you can see the market started to break below, and we could see that potential continuation of this market movement that I'm looking at here further downside. And once we see that there is if you look at, there is a strong fair value gap here in this area, that might trigger this market back down below, as there is a stronger liquidity sweep. That looking forward to see the price action to have another wave of move back below. And that's the key here. This is where there is a series of lower high and lower low. This is in a downtrend, and in the downtrend that I'm looking at this price action to break below, potentially to test that low and then to continue to drop back below the overall trend here. And also this is the current, if you look at that, the trending market structure. I'm looking at here also the sentiment, where the overall sentiment today is, if you look at that, a very important day in terms of trading. And if you are following along the current calendar, that you know that this is currently we are looking at that FOMC, okay, which is coming in few hours. Now the FOMC day is very important because this is where you guys will see that the market is really shifting its momentum. And FOMC, the day of FOMC, the market really have a significant move that you guys can see here. So there is a volume now that you can see the market may trigger lower. 4 hour price action shows that there is a stronger bearish impulse here in this market that can trigger this price action to lower further. That I'm looking at the market to come down, trigger the liquidity, and once we can see the market is coming down here trigger the liquidity, we can look for further entry opportunity here in this market. There is a large head and shoulder, and with this large head and shoulder, the price has just reacted back below, and this is the previous support area, and I'm looking to see potentially further downside. If we see the market has shown a stronger confluence for further drop here, we are looking at an entry on a pullback. So you can see that here market is moving, and I'm waiting for an entry on a deeper pullback. Okay, so you can see that there is a significant drop here. Unless there is unusual manipulation, I think the price to eventually trigger further lower liquidity, there is a stronger volume, and we're looking to see that the market to break lower to go back to this previous support area here in this market. Okay, here's I'm waiting for that fall here, and once we can see that strong fall with a pullback, we can look at an entry. Okay, the market is, if you look at sharply in a falling, and with this falling, if you look at this is the lower time frame price action, shows that stronger downtrend. It has come to a support, and I think that this support, and I'm running this trade as well. If for those, I had few positions. Now, if you guys looked at now here, for those who are running from the previous session, you're welcome. We will be re-entering again. I have closed some part of it, and I would like to re-enter again for after the initial pullback here. So we will be looking to see here that if you look at the price action to go again for another pullback, and then we can look at entry. This is the 15 minutes price action here, that the market is melting below. Here is the support area that you can see in this zone, and if we see the market has dropped down to that level, I'm looking at another entry after the initial pullback, right? So you see that the market trend is bearish. So if you see that the 5 minutes price action showing that there is another move, we can look at this market to drop down again back below, okay, back below, to create a new lower low in this market. Let me know traders, if you're ready for an entry, say yes. And also with FOMC, today is very important because there is FOMC coming, and in the day of FOMC, the market trend is absolutely stronger that you can see, and I'm looking at those move to take as the market is having that reaction back below. From here, that you can see there is a move from this level, and it is come on, I guys, can you respond more that we have the market is moving, we are running a trade, that's a big move, and we would like to enter again, and I would like to see all of you guys here ready. Okay, thank you, welcome. Morning. Yes, welcome. Okay, so here you want to see the pullback. That's very important to look at. Okay, now going up for a pullback can create another entry opportunity here in this market. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you very much. Are you on a trade or close? Mine close, and I will be re-entering again. I was closing partially, but I closed fully. No problem. I haven't updated yet in the group. I'll be re-entering again. It was an error. This happens sometime. Okay, so we are looking at here. I'm looking at here for another entry. This is a big move so far. The trade has closed with me around 210 pip, but I haven't updated the group yet. For those who are running, it's up to you. You can either close fully, close partially, or you can move the stop loss at entry. And I'm waiting for re-entry. This is a falling market now. This is a falling market, and I will be re-entering again on this trade again as soon as we can see the suitable price action confirmation. So the 5 minutes price action that you can see on gold shows that there is a pullback here. Okay. Okay, it's getting that reaction back below with a doji formation here. Welcome. And okay, you see, still maintaining the downtrend. Still maintaining a downtrend, and there is a sharply falling market that you can see along this area. Okay, so this is the current trending move that you can see here. We'll be waiting for a pullback for an entry. Gold is seriously dropping. Yes, it's seriously dropping. Okay, and it's dropping. So therefore, if you look at this is the current 5 minutes price action. We want to see a break of structure. This is the current level, or at this level we can look at sell entry. This is the 5 minutes candle, and I am observing this 5 minutes candlestick pattern for an entry. Okay, we'll see that. I'm observing this price action for an entry. Hey guys, so did you like this stream? Say yes if you like this stream. Make sure you like and also subscribe to the channel. So you see that few narrow doji. We want to see that in this lower time frame, really the market to to show some kind of you see that all of them now, this is the 5 minutes, all of them red. And in this strongly falling market, I don't want to sell. You want to see that potentially weaker doji or weaker green candle. Okay, that's the sign of selling pressure again. And I'm ready for any time an entry. So I'm not entering yet, but I'm ready. So I'm placing my entry level here, but I'm still not waiting for an entry yet. So I'm still not entering. I'm waiting for an entry, but not entering yet. Along this area, you guys could see that there is potentially a deeper pullback. 30 minutes also shows very large red move. And if the market structure creates, okay, all right, so here now I'm going to come on, start to reject again. I'm not entering. I tried to enter because it's again the candle closed back below. I was waiting to see a potentially a green candle here, and that could give further. Now it may go again back again for another move. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting here. Come on, patience is key, guys, and it's melting down back below that you can see here. Okay, and that's why I was not entering. You see the market now at the 5 minutes candle, it's now pushing higher back. So if it is a strong rejection, I will not be entering because the market is now bouncing off from very low. However, if we see that the weaker response from the buyers after a pullback, we can look at. Now this move can go potentially a lot here upside, but this is bringing potentially an opportunity for us to look for sell here. There might be a breakup structure depending on how this 5 minutes candle will determine. Quite a few long wick doji here. Very good trade. Yeah, that melting down. Now this is trade. No, not yet. Not yet. I'm waiting for an entry. We want to see that breaking any of this high. Because you see that this rejection is, we don't want to see that it's going to be a reversal here. Okay, If it is reversal, it might just go a lot, but I don't think it's gonna be a reversal. But you want to see a clean breakout structure. This is what I'm waiting. You see that this is a consolidation now. This is 1 minute chart, and this consolidation that you can see along this area, and that consolidation is, this is a kind of hypothetical channel that you can spot here. Breaking out of the channel can create that price action. Okay, that's what we are looking at. Hello PDL, may take my reversal. No, I'm not gonna trade any reversal here, guys. Especially if you look at that trend. Okay, trend is the most important part in your trading. Always keep in mind trend. Okay, you can see that now breaking out of the trend. Now with this breakout, what you want to see here now, that the market is reacting back again with this breakout. Okay, though it is coming from a very low. Is there any news? I think no news here at the moment. So therefore, breaking out of this trend can create that potential entry opportunity here in this market. Okay, now you see that it initially has shown some move. I would be really happy to see the market is going to 4023, but it can reverse off this level. Okay, if the market is reversing off that, we will be looking at sell entry. I'm preparing for an entry, but I think there is still one more bounce, because the 5 minutes, look at this 5 minutes, it is a little bit stronger. Usually you see the in this strongly falling market, when you see the smaller 5 minutes candle, right, smaller 5 minutes candle, that's a selling pressure. But this big 5 minutes candle is what I really didn't like. That's why I'm waiting to confirm. Okay, if it was a smaller red candle, come on, green candle, we could look at entry. Saying previous day, come on, don't spam it. Okay, I'm saying previous day. Okay, cool. Now, are you guys looking at sentiment? Now there is the FOMC coming, right, which is very important to look at. So if you look at the FOMC, okay, Trump on Iran, this is not FOMC, this is news. Okay, we need to look at the sentiment also. Trump on Iran, going to let them keep talking. Let's wait to see what's happening. Trump on Iran, going to let them keep talking. We will be hitting Iran hard. Okay, so escalation. Let's see that. Jordan, it intercepted 5 missiles launched from Iran. State news agency. Netanyahu confirmed to Trump that additional strikes on rehabilitated Iranian nuclear facilities are unavoidable. Nuclear facilities. Okay, so that's really with FOMC, what is coming, which is the fundamental. Despite frustration over high prices, Federal Reserve is expected to keep rates unchanged for now. Okay, so there is a potentially unchanged rate. Okay, so then what's the point of looking at FOMC? This is what we will be looking at in this live session. First, let's set up a trade. This is, I know that some of you are running a trade here. If you are running a trade, then stay still, don't run. We will be opening for those who are not running, including myself. But if you are running, then I would suggest you to hold on to that. Okay, and breaking above here. If you look at that, this is the move, and we want to see that the market, this is one single move. This kind of move, this is what I was talking about. You want to see that it's going for a deeper pullback, and I would like to delete this here now. Delete all the lines, not the live session, just all the lines. Now you see that from here, take the Fibonacci, though I do not use Fibonacci alone, but we can look at the golden ratio, right? So what is golden ratio? It's the nature's code. Now golden ratio is here. The market is almost potentially to hit that golden ratio. You know what, this kind of market, this is the 2 minutes chart. If we look at the 1 minute, there is already one pullback. Okay, 2 minutes, all green candle. There might be one narrow doji here going up, and then can create potentially selling pressure here. Okay, and the 1 hour candle closing, this is a very large candle. Okay, now this candle, you see, that's why I always look at the all picture, not the bigger picture, all picture. You see that the current candle is coming from a very low. Comparing the lower time frame, it's on 26th of July this price has come. Now it's 29th, and 3 days 3 nights. If you look at that here, the market is getting reaction of that support, right? That's a very important point that we need to look at. That can be a potentially reversal because it's from very low order block. If it is a reversal, probably the market is going back here again. The next order block, where is the next order block, is here. Okay, this red candle. So can reverse back to the next order block going here, or can continue to drop. Therefore, the rest will depend on the price action. Okay. Okay. I'll be looking at potential sell entry after break of this 4023 for short-term bias. Yeah, this might create a new opportunity here, so I'm preparing for a possible entry. you look at that, the market is initially has shown a reaction. So if we enter at golden issue, which is also the previous liquidity zone, still not entering, but I think we can look at only tight stop loss around 76 pip. Okay, around 76 pip. This is the previous support. Okay, so the next one, if you look at the 5 minutes going up, can come back down. So we can look at a short-term sell here, and in case the market is, yeah, so there is a gap here. There's a fair value gap. And I would like to look at to take that move. For me to enter, we need to see that 1 minute resistance is broken here. Then we can look at an entry. Can trigger from here. Unless it goes to cross 4023, I'm not entering here. Okay, I would like to see the market is going to cross 4023. Okay, breaking out. Now, I'm looking at sell entry here, okay? I'll be entering sell from this. We'll keep the stop loss above this high. And here we'll be taking a larger profit target depending on the market structure. We can adjust if needed. So I'm opening sell here. Stop loss placing at 4031.34. And TP target will be setting very tight TP. Very tight stop loss. TP target will be setting at 3997.42. Previously I was taken. Thank you. Not a trade. Yeah, I'm on a sell trade, just been opened. All right. Here, now we'll be setting TP1 at this level because there is an order block here. This could be a fake out. The market can deepen further. So we'll be taking TP1 here. I will be taking TP1 at TP1 at 4017. I'll be taking TP1 at 4017. Are you guys ready? I'm running. So this is the one that I have posted on the group is I haven't updated, so it's still showing that on. Now this one I have opened another one in the live. So we'll be taking TP1 at 401. So that means that half position will be closing as soon as the market managed to break below here, and then we'll be moving the stop loss at entry. But here I'm looking at expecting that the market to trend back down below, potentially to create a new lower low. Come on. This is the back-to-back 2 5 minutes bearish price action here. Now the 15 minutes, the market still can come down a lot. Okay. If it breaks below, it can come down a lot. Move a little bit. So if breaks below, the market can come down a lot. So there can be a head and shoulder. The price can come down because there is an order block here that you can see. Running profit. Say yes if you're running profit. Thank you. Come on, this is unusual breakup structure, but looking to see potentially to deepen further. And I think still the market is there is a possibility to drop because it is still in a trending perspective, still in a downtrend. The market didn't test this order block here. So you look at, there is an order block that on the 1 minute the price has moved out of this level. Chances for the price to cross this coming back below 4017 is a high possibility move. And with that high possibility move, we will be taking our first profit once the market successfully move below 4017, and then we can move a partial position for running for further low here, okay, to this level, which what you can do in this area. So the goal here is not to trade counter trend, okay? And then we can look at finding an entry in the direction of the trend. Even if the market is not going in our favor, still you'll train your brain, okay? You know that neuro connection. So if you look at our brain, anything that we do, we create FOMC day today. Yeah, the market is really moved. Yeah. So if you look at have you ever looked at how the neuro connection works? So if you look at human brain, usually creates neuro connection that we do over and over again. So even if you're seeing the market is going that direction, but it's still because we traded the trend, we have a higher chance, and you are practicing, you are actually training your brain to look at the trend. So you can see from here the market moved to that level. When it is going up, it's gonna create again another uptrend, but the overall it is in a downtrend. So, and that's why our TP level in such a place that if it comes for another spike here, we are going out with the trend. So we will be taking out the profit along the way. This is what we are looking at here in this market. So it just has broken that high here that you guys can see at this level. Now the market has just crossed this liquidity zone, and off this liquidity zone now I'll be taking profit 14017 once the market successfully managed to break below here. So again, another liquidity trigger. Okay. So with this level, it used to be around 60 pip. Looking forward to see that 60 pip move. Okay, once patience is key. Just be patient with your trades, guys. And okay, coming below our entry, and here I'm looking at for the price action to come down to 4017 near there, and I will be taking then the TP1, and then we will be moving the stop loss at entry. Okay. Okay, we are seeing that drop. Okay, I'm exiting now. Okay, there is a rejection. I'm taking out the running profit. Out with running profit. There might be some slight down back below, but I'm out with the running profit. The price action as the FOMC will be re-entering again. Once you can see here, I am with around 35 pip, but we'll be re-entering again once the market rearrange itself. It can lower further. Okay, you guys look at it, you can see it's still lowering. Gone out. See that how the market moved? So it rejected, okay, back from this high here. Let me know. I need a feedback, guys. If you're enjoying, make sure you also subscribe to the channel, press the notification bell so you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. Also, I have a good news. Now this week you guys can join the mentorship. You can join the signal group. You can access exclusive trade ideas, content analysis, and everything that I am sharing in the group. Okay, so here is, you can see the market now slowly breaking below here, and slowly breaking below can create further low. If we see that the market is planning for a bigger downtrending move, we can re-enter again. Okay, we can re-enter again. Five minutes form a large bearish engulfer. Hi sir, good evening. Good evening. Thank you very much. Now, for another entry, What do you think of Nikkei 225 tonight? I think we could see a small dip, then go back to upside. Let's have a quick look. Nikkei 225. Here is daily chart. Yeah, so yesterday we talked about that the market has deepened. I think it's still it's bearish. If you look at this is the daily price action, still the market has dropped and bounced back up. You could see that Nikkei potentially be coming even here for an order block before it bounced back up. So it's still bearish. Even I wouldn't think that Nikkei will just straight going up after breaking below. At some point you could see that breaking out again, going somewhere here, and then could trend back again. It's not gonna change, less likely to change straight away. Rather like that, it might come down to this any order block. This is the technical, but depending also on the fundamental. That's what we could see on Nikkei. Now I'm looking at here on gold, and you can see there is a significant move. We're showing to trade again. If we see the good move, I'm happy to enter again. So you can see the 1 minute chart. The market has broken back below of this order block, and I'm preparing for potential entry. It is just Japanese index. Yeah, it's Japanese. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you look at the 15 minutes, it's almost kind of close on the 15 minutes. And after this 1 hour candle, do you think it's gonna bounce again back? You can expect meltdown because there is imbalance below. If it reject, that can reject back here. Very unusual market structure. It's breaking out of that level. We can re-enter again. Waiting to see, but we had a successful move. Let me know how many of you have secured the previous trade profit. Are you guys ready for possible another entry once it shows up? I thought you had a misspelled Nick. Come on, there isn't any. You know, when we speak, unless we had a big training on spelling, if you translate them, most of the time the spelling will come the other way. That's fine, because it's not spelling, pronunciation not universal, right? It's subjected to change depending on where you are. Even in English there are 2-3 kinds of pronunciation, right, where you are. So it's not universal. Spelling can be universal, but the pronunciation is not universal. So here the market is in a downtrend. There is another break here above this level. 15 minutes price action, and I'd like to delete all those levels. And 30 minutes. This is still bearish, guys, and I'm still looking to see that potentially the market and to continue to trend back below here. That going up here can create selling opportunity. Or it might go here again and then can trigger that so look at 5 minutes. I think the next candle on the 15 minutes can still show upside, and we still can go back to the 1 hour resistance, then to come down back below, because this is currently in, yeah, so we might see here going to hit that level again, okay, with 15 minutes and 30 minutes closed, and then with the new candle open on the 30 minutes, the market can have another downward move in this area. For the next 30 minutes, Okay, okay. I think the market open will run gold and Nasdaq up, oil down for liquidity grab, and then reverse after. Okay, so I see good observation. Oil is by over 5%. Trump US strike will take place against Iran in response to attack on US target in Jordan. Okay, so I think there was some significant attack has happened in Jordan. Jordan 18 Interceptor 5 missiles launched from the Iran from Iran and state news agency. Okay, Netanyahu. Okay, so there is a, we see that it's actually spreading. There is a significant escalation, and if you look at the oil price is again had a big response on the oil price, because especially if you look at that, there was also multiple zoned, there is a war scattered, and that has directly responded to the oil. And you can see it was in an uptrend. The market dropped straight to this support, but it didn't break below. And I think that if you look at that, oil is more of news driven. This red candle, technically I would say the market to break this support, because there is a very strong liquidity. If the market is moving as per the technical analysis, then especially on oil, it should be breaking below here. But you can see there is a bounce, and it's just the news has driven that market back to the upside. If that is the situation, if you look at that on gold, then we mostly could see that reversal direction here on gold, right? Because oil and gold, they usually moves in an opposite direction. So here there is a very strong liquidity sweep along this area that you guys can see that the market has broken down back below. Now with this break below, if you look at that, the price action now is showing that, you see this is a liquidity sweep along this area, back to double top of that broken back below. And this is FOMC day. The market trend shows that this is in a downtrend, and we could see the price action in that situation here to trend back down below to the direction of the major flow in the market. So that said, as the market trend is in a downtrend, if you look at the price again has broken back below this 30-minute candle, new 30-minute candle open with a large bearish engulfer, and this kind of market structure is more often to break below here, and there is a void here, right? Nothingness. What is void, guys? It's very important to look at void. Okay, 95% space is void, right? So there is a void here. So if the market breaks below, sudden shift or sudden slide back to 4,000 level is a high probability move. What do you think? Say yes if you think so. We can look at next trade setup along this area if we see that the market is showing that kind of price action. All right. So there, as I mentioned, there is a, if you look at, there is an imbalance here in this direction that can trigger that market back below. within 30 minutes. NSA open here. Next session is opening. Have some music here. White I'm talking to Fox. No, that's a Fox News, like it's the news name. It's the name. Not news of Fox. It's Fox News is a news channel. Okay. Here we are looking at the smoke. From here that you guys can see the market is having that reaction back below. So the trend is still bearish. We are looking to see still downside. Okay, here it's still possible to create a new lower low, and I think this market, if breaks below, can come down further lower. That can trigger that market back down to 4,000 level. 30 minutes carrying reaction. So yeah, I think 4,000 level is very possible. What do you think? You can look at an entry once we can see the market shows that pattern. Even I wouldn't be surprised to see the market had a big meltdown to 3950 or below. As FOMC, this is the daily price rejecting of the daily 10 EMA, and because the market is rejecting of the daily 10 EMA, price action to return again back below here and can trigger that low here, okay, which is 3980 or even lower, because the overall trend here is bearish. This is in a side view, very interesting. I think this is a sign of breakout. Okay, we can see here that downtrend, which is showing the market to maintain is move back below. Four-hour candlestick pattern, very large red candle, and I think that might break 4,000. So we are on this side here. And let's go a little bit up. Okay, so shows downtrend, and we are almost nearing to the 1 hour close. So nearly 130 pip meltdown possible. Very weird price action here. So multiple breakup structure again. I'm waiting for this break support to break. So if it breaks here, so there is a symptom of breaking below this market. Big drop on gold, yeah. So with the, if you look at that, with FOMC, the market is remaining in this direction, still holding one position. Okay, good, very good. I always remain patient because we had a winning trade, and the market is currently trending. It's FOMC day. We can look for further entry, but just being patient. Here you can see from here there is a rejection with a correction, and therefore going up again can create again another selling opportunity in this area. Now 5 minutes price action that you can see here at this level. Okay, so here it's having an upward bias. I think there is volume now due to the FOMC coming up. So 1 hour, it's big red. 1 hour candle close coming on the 5 minutes, also big red. We can prepare for an entry shortly. You're out. Should be a good move. Now if you look at the support breaks, okay, this is what I was waiting for, the support break. Now we can look for next trade setup. Candle closing on the 1 hour. There is, if you look at, this is the previous support. We can expect to continue to trend back 3980 now the next move here. Therefore any pullback here, okay, going up is an opportunity to look for sell entry. Okay, I will be keeping this 15 minutes price action here as the stop loss move, because this is very strongly falling. Back to 2, I'll be targeting here below to this support. All right, so it's a little quick call, but that's what we need to look at, guys. Quick call. Quick call and sell trade running, another one. So also the 4-hour close, and you can see there is a significant downtrending move, expecting it to break below here. Open sell here. This is a downtrending move. Okay, I'm on a trade and running in, expecting further downside. Around 75 to 80 pip move happened. Looking forward to see another move down. And as soon as I will take profit, I'll let you know, guys. I'm still expecting further downside. I'm taking profit now. Taking profit now for this one. I'm taking profit now. If you look at that here, it's on a support. It still can continue to drop. I'm happy to take this potentially comparatively smaller profit, but the market in a very extreme level. From here, it might do a lot of fluctuation. So I just don't want to lose that one. We have very good move earlier, and as a FOMC coming, we could see the significant move as well later today. And here, if you guys look at that, we are looking at another big trading day as FOMC coming, and I will be also posting an in-depth analysis on the market later today with FOMC. Before the FOMC, if there is anything that I see very significant. And I would like to announce you that this week as well, thank you very much, thank you. This week as well, the full access to the premium group is still fully discounted. That means completely free, and I'm sharing with you the coupon now. Okay, that's gonna be ending soon, so it's a and use that coupon, and also visit the website www.forextradingwizard.com, and also I'm sharing with you the details of the site here where you guys can access, be part of the trading community, where you can learn my strategy. You can also access all my indicators, trading tools, strategies, mentorship, and much more. This is a one of lifetime opportunity that can change how you look at the market, and that can change how you trade the market. So that's it. It's a great trading day. 2 sessions completed. Also, I will be looking at to trade during the FOMC, and I would like to see you there again in our next trading session, traders. Until that, stay well, stay happy.